The Rap Roundtable.
Yes, sir. The Rap Roundtable returns with another edition, another rendition, another installment of the vaunted Lunch Hour. It's your boy Jarv alongside Sincere the Rap Snob.
What up, what up?
Alongside Dini the Balance.
May the force be with you.
Alongside the homie Macito, voice of the young people, voice of the industry, voice of slander. We about to see.
Always.
Hello. So, with the Lunch Hour, we don't got time too much for the pleasantries and all that. But what we do need you to do is hit that like button, hit the subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit the notification bell. We need 300 likes on this video. If you don't get 300 likes on this, I fell short on that live. Adrian went out there, she performed, but y'all was cheating us on the views was there, but the likes wasn't there.
I know y'all like that live, man.
You know what I mean?
I know y'all enjoyed that.
Hey,
I know y'all had a good time with that one. You know what I mean?
So, man. Shout out to Audrey, man.
Show the love.
Yeah, man.
Tap
it's just one click.
She did her thing. I ain't gonna hold you.
You know what I mean?
Good vibes.
And hopefully in the future she'll be able to cook some more. But again, hit that like button. Run those likes up. 300 likes per video. And of course, as always, let me lead. Y'all know I'm leaning over. Roundtablemerch.com. Cop up.
Nice hat.
Shout out to everybody who's copped so far. Shout out to One's Bundy. Shout out to Ian. Shout out to Leroy Green, to name a few other names I can't remember right now. But those people, shout out to y'all. Y'all show love or we reciprocate. Roundtablemerch.com. Get you this red joint. Sure. You got the crimson. This is the crimson. You got the red with the little sauce, a little sazon there. You know what I mean? You got some options for you and shit.
Mm-hmm. Good vibes. Good vibes.
But anyway.
Gotcha.
Hip hop since August 11th. It's been a long conversation about Jay-Z's lack of appearance, lack of acknowledgement, I should say. Well, both really, for the Hip Hop 50 concert and the general day that is Hip Hop 50. Then we had the whole scenario with LL Cool J allegedly taking shots at him, and a lot of y'all were too overly eager, Iceberg, to say that it was. In fact, Jay-Z slander. You know what I'm saying? When there's information that came out to say that quite the contrary. LL not even think about Hov. We don't know the facts. It's real. Saying I'm coming to you in a second, but it's really mind-boggling to me that y'all don't have the facts. Y'all really don't know, but y'all are all comfortable saying that it's Jay-Z and it can't be nobody else. But if a person says to me, "Is this person?" Oh, well, we don't know that. But y'all know it's Jay-Z. I don't understand the logic. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? So
Rent free.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's clearly Jay-Z slander season in hip hop. And don't get it twisted. Rightfully so in some regard. Now the latest thing happens, Sincere. The man reloads another Instagram page.
Oof.
Everybody gets excited. Oh, Hov is back on Instagram.
Yeah.
But he's not really back on Instagram. So Sin, can you let the world know what's going on with Jay-Z's latest Instagram page?
Jay-Z is back on Instagram. Not for what y'all might wanted out of him. You know what I mean? He didn't jump on. He's not hearing the outcry out there. He's not hearing the oh man, like maybe I fucked up. You know what I mean? Not saying a single word about Hip Hop 50. You know, you got Nas showing love. You got LL out there showing love. You know, I'm not showing no love. Maybe I should go on IG and give people what they want. You know what I mean? Say a few words about hip hop, how much it's meant to be to me over the years, how much money I've made off this shit. No, none of that. None of that happened. None of that happened. It has yet to happen. What he went on to IG for was to promote his latest movie, the book. What's it called? The Book of Clarence?
Some shit with Clarence. I don't even know. I ain't
the book of Clarence.
His real name's Clarence.
Now look. In all seriousness, shouts to this movie. It's an all black cast. You know what I mean? It's set in like biblical times, but depicted the characters and the people of those times are depicted by black people, that's what's up. You know what I mean? That's dope. But it still feels a little weird, a little off, man. Like all this time you've been off of IG and I know he's heard I know he's heard the chatter because even, you know what I mean, people like Ebro is out on the radio and talking about how certain people, he hasn't mentioned Hov, but he's definitely mentioned how, you know, certain big names have not been around and been visible during this whole Hip Hop 50 thing. You know what I mean? And Jay-Z is probably the biggest name that has been quiet. You know what I mean? And so I'm sure he's heard the chatter. I'm sure he's heard what people are saying. And so for him to actually finally show up on IG, on the social, and not for what we wanted or for what we thought it would be, but instead to promote a movie from, you know, that he's a big part of, it feels, you know, like he's just self-serving once again. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like to me. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but
Mesito.
me know.
Man. Finn gave y'all the settings for the vibe. You know what I mean? He set the tone like he usually do, but listen, man, like this is absolutely not what we wanted. Let me actually start here. One thing you have to be about yourself, you have to recognize the good things and the bad things about yourself, right? And so one thing I recognize about myself is that I am the father of the hipster. I'm a contrarian by nature. You know what I mean?
I dig it.
So I feel like Job said, it's been slammed the whole season online recently, right? And so to myself, I've been like, you know, sometimes I feel bad for the guy. How can you feel bad for a billionaire, right? How could you? I found a way. I'm like, why am I going to slander this guy? The whole internet is slandering him. So I feel like when this whole Hip Hop 50 shit came up, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I was like, you know, just like we made the points. Family man, he out with the fam. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to say this. You know what I mean? His contributions over his career to the culture should speak enough. You know what I mean, to what's going on. But I gotta be honest, man. Come on. The first time he popped out with this bullshit Book of Clarence movie. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I wasn't feeling it. Like, I was giving you the benefit of the doubt. You wasn't saying nothing forever. Then you come out with this. You still don't say anything. You know what I mean? Like, first off, I'm not gonna watch the movie. You know what I mean? I didn't watch that last bullshit. You know what I mean? That he dropped on Netflix. I didn't watch that. You know what I mean? I let him rock.
The Netflix Western?
That Netflix Western that had the worst song of the year, that King Kong rhythm shit. How a song with Kanye, Jay-Z, and Jadakiss is whack, but it was absolute garbage. Bro. I gave him a pass on that. Joe Montana type shit.
I really hate you right now because I had erased that from my memory banks. Now you reminded me of that shit. God
curses to me for reminding you, man. I'm like your therapist reminding you of Vietnam with that one, man. So listen, man. At the end of the day, Jigger, man, I'm gonna need you to do more than this. I'm getting a little bit tired of it. You know what I mean? I don't like to just pile on. I'm like, everybody slandering Jay-Z. I'm not going to just add on to that. I dislike Jay-Z when it was unpopular to do so. You know what I mean? All my favorite rappers said fuck Jay-Z. Tupac said fuck Jay-Z. 50 Cent, Lil Wayne. Drake probably said, you know, I don't like you, Sean. You know, he might have not said fuck you, but he didn't like him either. You know what I'm saying? So I'm no Jay-Z stan. So I have no, you know, I never been one to have to defend this guy. But at this point, you just spit in my face now. Because I'd rather you not say anything and just do your 1-2s with Blue Ivy in the stage when she hitting the stage. You feel what I'm saying?
Damn it, man.
Because at the end of the day, man, like Jay, like at the end of, you know what's going on. You know what I mean? You see what's going on out here. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna need you to actually acknowledge Hip Hop 50, bro. I'm not watching a Book of Clarence either way, but come on.
You needed balance. Or is it D needed F?
What vibes today?
It's hard to keep balance on this, man. I'm a bit disappointed, man.
It was a barbecue at the Rap Roundtable.
Nah, I've been, you know me, man. I when I can defend that man, I will be one of the first to do so. But there's been times where he's just done certain things that just had me like, I gotta put on the apron and get the barbecue sauce. I gotta cook, you know what I'm saying? And this is definitely one of those times. In a sense, it's just tone deaf, bro. It's super tone deaf, and I hate to double down on what Sin said, but it does give the I'm the rich nigga above everybody, which is a part of the reason why I love the nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? But it does come off crazy, like you said. Like everyone said so far, man. We was shout out to Blue Ivy on stage with Mom Dukes, Hove Electric sliding with Mom. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love the energy. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. Who don't love their family emotion? But this is a bad look, man. This is a bad look. Book of Clarence, Book of Terrence. I mean, it don't really matter, bro. It's a bad look. They already cooked him for the Book of Hove thing as a self-serving thing to himself. I gave that props, man. I thought, like Macito said, man, giving tribute to a very illustrious career. But this is tone deaf, and I can't defend this one. Hove, you're gonna have to hold an L for this. I don't know how you're gonna redeem this. Maybe this Hard Knock Life Volume 2, 25th anniversary, September. Maybe something like that. But in the meantime, yeah, man, you're gonna have to hold an L, brother. Gonna have to hold an L.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought.
What's going on, Joe? You got quiet over there. What happened?
I thought that, at least.
Hold up. Did we lose a connection?
Yeah, the connection.
Is the Zoom connection shaky?
Yeah, man.
Keep it a bean.
I've been there, Joe. I've been there, bro.
Oh shit!
Yo,
come back, bro.
Oh shit!
Safe space.
Nah, so it's been an interesting month of August, right? Mm-hmm. Jay-Z, Sean Carter, top tier businessman. He's on tour with his wife. I guess he's the universal dad right now, while Sasha Fierce does what she needs to do behind the scenes. He has the 3 kids and his mom. I'm pretty sure his mother-in-law is there, maybe his father. But I know Solange is there, just side-eyeing him just in case he try to wild out. You know what I'm saying? But great family, man. Showing us how to move in a room full of politicians, getting the black people back to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Doing these things that kind of spit in the face of all these narratives that a lot of y'all in the chat like to pump up. A lot of you podcasters like to pump up. He's doing a lot of the things opposite. But to get on my Stephen A, now that I've listed all of the good things, dropping a fucking Instagram video, your 3rd IG page for a movie trailer in January, right? The movie comes out in January.
I'm sorry, what?
And
because I don't think I might not have made it that far into the trailer. Like I didn't see
the movie comes out
drop
in
date.
January. And for people who are not movie buffs like myself and Sincere,
that's wild.
When you drop in January, that is the worst month of Hollywood to drop a movie.
The absolute worst month. It's gonna be trash. It's
Exactly.
going to be trash. Yes. Now that I know that it's dropping in January, that shit is gonna be trash. There's never been a single good movie
There you go.
that's dropped in January.
Y'all just put me on game.
That is the graveyard of movies, bro.
There's always a few random standouts, but if you drop in January, that means that you're not meant to do well. So not only did you create an Instagram for the 3rd time, you gave us a movie that nobody asked for. In the latest installment of Who Asked for This, we have a movie trailer called The Book of Clarence for a movie that comes out in January that a lot of people who are movie heads are not gonna go see, and they might not even jack it or stream it. I feel bad for Lakeith Stanfield because it's a religious comedy. It's probably gonna be funny. Who knows? But the fucking nerve of you to have me here like Scarface in the final act, taking bullets from the whole hip hop. I take your bullets. I've been taking these bullets. For you to come on Instagram and drop a movie trailer. Come on, bro.
Jigga, my nigga. I'm
still wearing the cape, but the cape is off for this episode today. There's no Met hat. There's a reason there's no Met hat. Because I can't, there's no defending this. Like Deanie said, it's tone deaf.
Mm.
Like, fam, if you're gonna load the Instagram up, Happy Hip Hop 50, first post. 50th anniversary of hip hop, the 50th year. Because you already missed the 11th, and I've been defending your ass for the last 3 weeks about the 11th. Just put something for the 50th year, or just put something loading, like maybe give us a new music tease, something. With this movie trailer, it's like it's almost like you're relishing the role of the villain. Like, you know, oh, niggas is mad, and let me piss them off some more, bro. I would have took a trailer for the new song on Khaled album that might not be good, but at least it was something music related.
He lived long enough, Joe.
You know what I'm saying? I told niggas, you on tour with your family. Most women won't allow their man to go run off and do some shit when he got the whole family and he's taking care of his kids. Leah M. Pick Me said, I would let him go. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay, man. We know what it is.
Of course.
Yeah, we know what your allegiances are, so I don't give a damn about what you said. But this right here validates the new narrative that Jay-Z believes that he's above hip-hop. Because it's like, even if it's not the case, you have done nothing to support it. And in fact, it makes the Book of Hov look even worse. Because you got the Book of Hov, you got the Book of Clarence, you tried to front like, you know, I had nothing to do with the Book of Hov. The Brooklyn Public Library, so the library woke up one day and said, we're going to do something with that fucking rapper. Like, come on, bro. At a certain point...
Man. And then name it 75% of the title of the movie that you got coming out.
I said the Book of Hov was a rollout. Little did I know that the rollout was for a movie that comes out in the graveyard of new cinema. God damn, Hov, you got me looking crazy, bro. Like you really got me looking bad right now, B. Like I'm disappointed. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, at this point, if I defend this particular act, I look crazy, and I gotta keep my integrity at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas said that the fucking Book of Hov shit was self-satisfying. Then you were quiet for the 50th anniversary, the day of, right? And I said, you know what, but it's Hip Hop 50, it's a whole year, and it still is. A lot of the Hip Hop 50 events are still happening this very second. But you dropping this movie trailer, radio silent, and we know you got rabbit ears, Jay. We know that. If not, that's always been your Achilles heels, that you have rabbit ears. You hear everything. You hear the noise. So for you to do this, you're handing people the seasoning, the poultry, the seafood, the charcoal, and the fucking grill for the cookout. I can't defend it. I won't defend it, guys. The case is off this episode, bro. It's no defending this bullshit, son. Like what am I supposed to do here?
Thank you, Joe. Nothing. Just see it for what it is, bro. That's all it is.
Just keeping it a bean. Just keeping it a bean.
You know what it is? You know.
And he's supposed to drop new music in on this shit. He's coming out on a soundtrack. What? Yikes. We don't give a fuck.
Oh man. I don't think we'll make the brunch this year, guys.
I don't think so. I don't think so either.
Maybe 2024.
Also, based on that last soundtrack song that Mace just reminded me of, that I had completely forgotten existed. We don't want none of that either, bro. Like, or at least, it can't be worse than that. So, I mean, that's the silver lining. The song has
the worst song of the year.
With so much talent on one record, man.
The song has to be better.
Who was in the room with these people? With Hov, I mean, at a certain point, who was pointing this man in the right direction? His handlers are this is terrible. This is where Dame comes in. Remember when I said when Dame was around, shit was a little different? You think Dame would have let this happen? Not like all your OG Wall, Tata, Emery, Bleak, somebody, anybody.
No.
Point this man in the right direction. Because it's down. Hov is down bad right now. He's down bad.
But like I was gonna say, this is like when you're texting somebody for like 2 days straight and they're not responding to you at all, and then you see them pop up on Twitter.
Disgusting.
And you're like, bro, you owe me money. Completely ignoring you. But they on Twitter, just fucking sharing fight videos and shit.
Living life.
You're on that bullshit, but you can't.
Living life.
Randomly
Bro,
engaging with people
Yo.
about random topics and shit like that. Bro, like I'm disgusted, bro. Like
It's bad.
I can't see no other route, bro. Like your handlers, you're not doing right. And then we seen you in France performing for Pharrell at the Louis V shit.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously you're not
Right.
afraid, because that bullshit niggas is talking about he's afraid to get on stage, Jay-Z's afraid to come outside. All
That's
of
right.
y'all-
He was
Shut
just
up.
on Louis V shit. You know
Bro,
what I mean?
stay doing something, bro.
That whole rhetoric about not coming outside is tired. We know that. You know what I'm saying? Like we not jacking that. He obviously wants to come outside, but he wants to come outside on his time. Now, the flip side of it is, and I throw this to you, Mace, the only argument I can have is Hov has never been one of them niggas to do the melodies and get on stage with legends and then do a verse of his song and then run off the stage and let the avalanche come. He is above that, because history has shown that, in fact, he don't do that shit. We're not gonna act brand new in 2023. Y'all can't never find a time that Hov was part of some Legends melody or some rap melody where he rapped one verse and then another rapper came on and he rapped his one verse, like they did at the Grammys for that shit, and all them other melodies they did it at the BET Awards earlier this year as well. He's not gonna do that. And had he stayed silent and just kept doing his little video ops while Blue Ivy was dancing, I would still be waving the flag. He's with his wife.
Facts.
Right.
But you're
Facts.
choosing yourself, and you're choosing business being business to the point that it's a battle. You got egg on your face, Ho. I'm embarrassed, bro. This is shameful.
And I think he's been so bulletproof for so long that maybe, you know, he's kind of the last to get the effects of the backlash for this. But like, people are disappointed, bro. I ain't gonna be honest, man. And you know, I just when Adrian was up here, I said it wasn't a thing, but y'all know I flip flop like a motherfucker. Motherfuckers are mad about this, bro. Like people feel away, and it's me. I'm people, man. Like, oh, what are you doing, bro? And like you said, no, he's not the, you know, pop out and do a verse or pop out and do a song, but man, like I remember growing up and he having so many legendary shows, right? Like the MSG, you know, Fade to Black show, the show where he did the 22 twos freestyle though. Like I think he was like the B-sides show.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You remember that show he did out there? You know, like he used to do them underground shows, just like them hip hop shit. So like the joint, I'm just perform with a live band.
The Cam and
the
Nas shit.
MTV Unplugged joint. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to go do some big joint, but you can't do like a little, you know, I'm a rap and DJ Clark can't go and play the beats. It's like a little 20-minute, you know, YouTube video, like something, bro.
A
Go
title
watch my movie
exclusive or
after.
some shit. You know what I mean?
No, like this, he's been on the cutting edge and shit. He cut a deal every time he drop an album. He got his own streaming service, man. He got, you know, there's so much. He's so ahead of the curve on so much technology. There's so many little things he could have did to acknowledge it. And you know, like I get it. Like, you know, whenever people get mad at Jay, you know, motherfuckers start coming out in the woodwork and say, hey, he paid for Michael, you know, he paid for Trayvon's lawyer. He paid for, you know, he paid for BLM marches, you know, bail reform, you know, some shit, some random shit that he did and he didn't tell anybody, but now he's telling you because he wants to let you know he's a good guy. You know what I mean? So it's like,
because y'all be running with that narrative that he don't be doing shit. But while a lot of your favorites don't do shit, he really be outside. But carry on.
Of course. I mean, yeah, but that's not helping you in this. If we find out in 7 months that he donated 50 racks to the Massive Hill show, I won't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's just the way I look at it. Like, you got to do something, and I get it. You like to be a background nigga. You like to be the boss up in the sky. You like to be the puppet master. But niggas just want some acknowledgement. You know what I mean?
Nice.
That's it, man. Like,
And
come on.
and
You hit it.
clearly-
You hit it.
It's a respect thing at this point.
And clearly people feel some type of way, like we're not just making this up, because usually when Hov pops up on the shows, everybody rushes the profile and immediately hits follow. He runs up the numbers super fast. Like imagine Hove, it's been since what, like Tuesday?
Yeah.
What's the follow count at? Like 235K? You know what I mean?
The Hove is wild.
I hit in the chat with that. I was like, bro, niggas not jacking this nigga right now.
Like 235K for Hove. You know what I mean? It's been up there for days. Like
it's wicked.
I would expect at least 500K, maybe a mil.
A mil, honestly.
Out the box,
a milli.
Hove.
At this point, if that's what's happening on Instagram, that tells the world that star, you starting to dim your light a little bit, because it's not even us trying to like shit on them. Because y'all know me, that's my nigga. I love Hove. I don't know Sean Carter the man. I'm never gonna judge that guy. That's none of my business. Jay-Z the artist is who I rock with. And if I look at the fucking Instagram after X amount of days, not even a $500,000.
Yeah.
You dimming your own light. That means niggas is not fucking with you. Maybe Instagram is not what it used to be. Because, I mean, we know Instagram ain't what it used to be. But nevertheless, motherfuckers love clout. And they love chasing down clout. Yeah. So for you to open this Instagram up and niggas find that as a movie trailer, when word got out, they was like, fuck that. We not fuck out of here. I mean, for what?
A lot of ammo, man. A lot of ammo he's giving.
I'll throw this to you. I think he's getting too emboldened and embodying that Godfather persona too much. He really trying so hard to be Michael Corleone, Vito Corleone, that is actually hurting his brand. Like, what do you think about it? Do you think this Godfather shit is tarnishing the look?
Yeah, I think it is, man. I think the goal is to be kind of like a form of like hip hop omnipotence or something, bro. Like where you can't get him in a room, or like you can't pay for this. Kind of like he's like the hip hop Joker, bro. Like he's literally on his own time. He can't be bought. He can't be reasoned with. None of that shit, bro. You gotta fuck with him the way he want to be fucked with. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Or else it's a no go. And like you said, there's been no, I'm gonna pop out for 2 seconds and leave off the stage. And the thing about this year has specifically been about unity, bro. Everything's about hip hop unity. 10 million niggas on the stage. Everybody jumping out, doing their features together, like performances, acts. Like this is the year like of coming together, bro. And he seems to be pushing everything further away when everything seems to be coming together. And that's what's making him look like you said, the Don Corleone. I can't be. Everything's above me. And like I said, once again, as much as I love that part of the persona, it's actually fucking up now. You know what I'm saying? Doing too much.
It's a bit far now.
Yeah.
And when you look at just in this past week, like Cameron popped out and was showing love to Nas. You know what I mean? You have that unity, and he even spoke to the fact that they have certain tumultuous history in the past. We all know the tumultuous relationship that 50 and Nas have had in the past. They had some beef back in the day too. Everybody knows that, well documented. You know what I mean? And 50 just brought Nas out on his show. So it's like there's all of these different examples of artists that at one point or another have had some tension, have had some beef, and with the year being what it is, you know what I mean? They putting that shit aside and they coming together and they showing that unity, they showing that love, and they doing it for the people, they doing it for hip hop. And meanwhile, you know what I mean? Like, Hove is up there and,
pedestal.
You know what I mean? On this pedestal, just not giving a fuck about none of that shit. Like,
and Joe,
yo, what's up?
My fault. I got to drop a basketball reference every joint for a bitch ass nigga.
Got to.
You and I know better than anybody. Dean, I don't mean to leave you out, but me and Jaw was actually speaking about this at the time. Retirement year, even Kobe dropped the Black Mamba persona. He was kissing babies. He was smiling with folks. He was trading jerseys. He was laughing at the dinner with D Wade and Melo and them. You know what I mean? You got to drop the persona eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Became the official big brother. They actually embrace niggas
because
again.
At a certain point, people, like in the media, they will say Kobe, he had like a rebrand. But in the reality was just, I'm done. I've done everything I needed to do. I don't need to be the Black Mamba anymore. If anybody's done and don't need to do none of this shit anymore, it's Jay-Z. That man is made. At a certain point, to bring this whole season full circle, You gotta play the game, Hov. Play the game. Go on stage with Nas. Had a moment in New York City. And if you're not gonna do that, and you're not gonna acknowledge the day, do not drop a fucking movie trailer for a movie we do not care about. And you ain't even drop it during Oscar season where you make, oh, this is some serious shit. This nigga really trying to you giving us some January fodder. What the fuck? Like, fam.
Shit, man.
At this point, my guy, I'll never drop the cape. The cape is all for this one moment. But I'm still leaving that. I'm leaving the door cracked. You got 4 more months left in this year. Better get on that stage, nigga.
Yep.
If 2023 ends and you never get on that stage, you just give us another verse on the Khaled album that'll get overinflated and over talked about, and it's not that good. I'm gonna be upset, very upset. But I'm putting it on wax. After I said what I needed to say, he will be on stage. There will be some kind of Rockefeller reunion before this year is out. I'm putting it on wax. Y'all can snip this moment right here. I'm calling it. I ain't got nothing else. I got nothing to lose at this point. I'm calling it.
My prediction is if he does get on some verse, like a Khaled verse or something, he's going to address all of this. And his stance is probably going to be somewhere along the lines of, have I not done enough for all of y'all?
What can I say?
You know what I mean?
What if this thing is one big setup for the response to the verse? He's making a Khaled album about his verse again. Oh, I got you niggas. Because now he knows if he's to talk in the town, the new verse is gonna go crazy.
No rapper more calculated.
Right.
And he did.
Let's piss the people off so I could address it. You know what I mean?
And they're all tapping. Just to hear what I gotta say.
That put on verse he did with Jeezy, that you know what I mean? He gonna say all the shit y'all asking me to do, I rapped about it like 10 years ago. You know? I'm still a whole fan, y'all. I could criticize my nigga, but everything y'all asking him to do, he rapped about it already years ago. I think he did it on J. Cole album too. Was a hit on Blueprint 3, Every Day is a Star is Born. He did that then too.
Star is Born.
Man. So, you know, I can slander the hope, but I'm still wearing the cape, nigga. Yeah. You better come outside, bro. You got me looking back. But Irv Gotti. The gift that keeps on giving. That Drink Champs interview, legendary shit. In a lot of ways, between the new face, listen, if it's a New York nigga talking his shit, I'd rather listen to a New York nigga tell me about New York politics in hip hop. It's some Atlanta nigga who got some third-hand information. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I'll never like Jack nothing Gipper got to say, bro. I'm sorry because
real talk.
I thought you was talking about another.
No.
Triple entendre.
Andre.
Bro.
Wow.
Yo, I'm dead. Give Hov his props right back. Give Hov his props right back.
It, bro.
Fuck that.
But Herb said that Jay didn't want to do the Murder Inc. album because he was essentially afraid of the competition that was presented from the likes of Ja Rule and DMX, and he'd rather do music with people who revere him as opposed to people who could compete with him. Deanie, you made the sound effect when we mentioned Irv, so you heard him say this. You saw the clip. You probably watched the whole interview. When you heard that, what did you have to say about that?
Get Gotti, man. He's on the same type of time. I don't know. I thought it was just Dame, but now I'm convinced it's Rockefeller as a whole, bro. Something happened in one of them eras because I really thought about it from a logistical standpoint. I said, all right, let's say he's actually telling the truth. How many times has Ja Rule smoked Hov on the track when he's been on? Boom. And I say, you know what?
Smoked anyone on the track?
Ashanti.
I mean, let's be real about it.
Black Child.
Ashanti.
Black Child, maybe.
Yo. So I said,
Mike Geronimo.
When has X bested Hov on the track? And I was like,
quick
And
tangent.
I wouldn't even say Mac Geronimo, honestly.
Yeah.
So,
Don't do that.
And shit. And if we being
Since you
100,
take it too far, yo.
and if we being 100, when he had his comeback with New York, we was not jacking his verse. We was listening to Fat Joe and Kiss. Let's call it what it
His
is.
verse.
absolutely.
I mean, I thought to myself, even R.I.P. to the legendary DMX. How many verses has DMX been on a song over? He's walked away with the
That's
best
more of a
verse.
conversation to be
Well,
had.
It is.
That's
It is.
more of a
That's a
conversation.
conversation.
It is.
And I'm gonna touch on that in the second pause. But
Say that.
It is a conversation, but
Tim
still,
about to take you to the telestrator.
I would still say Hov won most of those bouts. You know what I'm saying? I would say Hov walked away with the bout on his album. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Blackout, like to me, that's the takeaway verse on that record. You know what I'm saying? Hov shit. So I mean, I can't see it. I see how he's. To be honest, you know what it is? The way we said Hov got niggas, that's like he's always gonna be in his corner. Yes man, yes man. I feel like no matter what Ja does, Irv gonna be in his corner, be like, yeah, man. Like, you seen the shit he tried to do the other day? Niggas said we was gonna go out in the Benzes and go to maybe some of the most ratchetest hoods in the world. We just gonna eat chicken out there. You know what I'm saying? Whatever Ja's with, Irv going back him 100%. There was no way Ja was going to be smacking up Hov on verses. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, he's literally been smoked on everything they've been on, bro. Can I get a smoked? With It's Murder, smoked. Like, so I just don't see it.
There's somebody in the chat
tripping,
right now
bro.
probably like, nah, Ja got him on Can I Get Her?
Stop it, bro.
I already know
Emil.
somebody in that chat.
So
saying
did
that
Emil,
shit.
I guess, right? So did Emil. But nah, bro. I like I said, revisionist history. I really think it might not have been worth the time for Hov, B. It might not have been. Hov was going somewhere different. These niggas was trying to be on some extra greasy, grimy shit. Hov wasn't trying to really do that no more. This is when Hov elevated into the I am the rich Dawn nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I could just see he said, you know what? This nigga DMX talking about going up raw holes and 30 bitches and shit. Like this might be a little bit too far left for me as far as where I'm trying to take this shit. You know what I'm saying? So he said, "You gonna do?"
He
what
did
you
say
do.
that.
He did, bro. He was X Records over the. If you listen to X Records in 2023, like this nigga's deranged or some shit. Like there's a couple of records. R.I.P. to the legend. But I just don't. I think Hov was trying to go somewhere. They was trying to. They was singing with It's Murder, bro. They was singing fucking. They're fucking R&B quartet named Murder Inc., bro. He was trying to. Nah,
was this that era though? Was they already singing by the time?
Niggas was trying to get out of that, bro.
It wasn't. I ain't gonna let I'm gonna let Dini cook, but he not historically.
But even they realized that's not the way to go, and they flipped the formula. You know what I'm saying? Hov ain't go as left as they did with the singing, but they realized I can't go make albums like this on some crazy shit. They'll do good in the hood, but they're not gonna do great as far as like commercially. You know what I'm saying? Professionally, as far as industry. And business wise,
Finn is ready to cook. He ready.
He ready.
Sim about to cook, bro.
As we all know, Irv's chatty.
You don't like Irv.
Irv, the chattiest patty.
Yeah,
psychopath Irv.
You know what I mean? So he just chatting here. Look, let's paint the picture. It's 98, right? We look at where all three of them are in 98, and then by 2000, 2001, they are all in such different directions. You know what I mean? They all went their own separate paths, right? I just think that's the natural course of what was gonna happen no matter what. You know what I mean? So I don't think this is any sort of like, oh, like this was absolutely gonna be an album and the album was done and but then Hov came in and like, you know, burst through the doors and was like, nah, fuck this album. Like, y'all niggas ain't gonna show me. Like, that's how Irv is painting it to be. And I'm like, bro, like, these are just three artists that ended up going into three different lanes. You know what I mean? As far as like the statement he made, like, Jod smoking Jay on any record, like, look, we just spent like a whole 20-25 minutes like slandering Hov in 2023, but Hov in 1998, 99, like, there is no way Jod's gonna get an upper hand on Jay. Ain't no way in hell. You know what I mean? Maybe he just threw Jod's name in there because he didn't want to leave his homie out of the conversation.
That's his name.
But that's not happening. That was not happening. That never happened. Ain't no way, no how. You know what I mean? Now DMX, on the other hand, I mean, there's a pretty large contingency of people that would feel that DMX back in those days was probably getting a one-up on Hove on records. You know what I mean? And to me personally, and again, we just spent a whole segment, being very honest about Hove in 2023. So I have to be honest about Hove back in 98, 99, 2000. Like, that man was a wicked MC. You know what I mean? And at no point, me personally, at no point did I ever think DMX is a better MC or better lyricist than Hove. But there's a lot of people out there that do, right? Matter of fact, I have some screenshots here from a post that we posted on YouTube where we posted the Jay-Z verse from Murdergram, and a slew of commenters came in. X killed this shit. Rest in glory to DMX. DMX verse was better. He killed that joint. X slaughtered this song. I actually think Jay had the weakest verse on this. You know what I mean? So like, and there was a ton of comments like this. And to me, I chalk it up to just people loved DMX or appreciated DMX's raw energy more so than they did what Jay brought to the table. You know what I mean? So I could see maybe possibly Jay looking at DMX and being like, nah, I hear how people talk about X and maybe I don't want that kind of smoke. But Ja ain't no way. But even at that, even that's a stretch to me. I'm just like, Irv chatting, man. Like, this is just a situation where, like, they did a couple records together. Maybe they talked about, like, possibly making an album together. But then eventually these three artists went in three completely different directions. And I just think it was like a natural, evolution of their artistry. And that's it.
Fair play. Mace.
Irv Gotti, man. Shouts to him, giving us something that we could actually talk about on our show this time around. Last time he made headlines with shit that we couldn't really chat about, you know what I mean? I'll be honest. So shouts to him for giving us some rap shit to talk about, you know what I mean? Now about the statements. At first, when I first heard it, I didn't think it was a strange statement, to be honest with you. He wouldn't be the first rapper to hear another rapper and get nervous, right? We all know about the story about Jay-Z himself. When Biggie heard that Brooklyn's Finest verse, he had to go to the crib to rewrite it. We hear about Biggie on the Notorious Thugs verse. Took him like months to come back with that style, according to the making of the album. That's what they said. You know what I mean? Nas with Big Pun. We know he had to rewrite that verse on John Blaze when he heard that joint. And from what I hear, he didn't even want to get on the joint with Cannabis. You know what I mean? So it's been rappers that have heard rappers that aren't as great as them and have to think twice. You know what I'm saying? This isn't like, you can't just hear a rapper and think, oh, he's better, so he ain't worried about that nigga. You know what I'm saying? This is, like Sin said, this is 1998. DMX along with Cannabis are the hottest free agent. Not say free agent, but just upcoming niggas that haven't dropped. You know what I mean? Ja Rule just helped. Ja Rule's in the studio. He just helped Jay get a hit with Can I Get A? You know what I'm saying? It's not fair. It's smart business to not want to get on an album with two people that want to rip your head off the entire album. At this point, Hov is still trying to establish himself as the top nigga in the game, right? He's still trying to get out of the shadow of that Biggie's guy, or that's the, you know what I mean? Like, he hasn't staked his claim yet. So why get on an album with, you know what I mean, maybe the hottest nigga in the game, and you know, one of your main producers, top rappers who you know is going to be wanting to get at you every song. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Future's as good as Drake, but Future outdid Drake on the album. You know what I'm saying? It don't take you to be a better rapper to outdo a nigga on the album or to overshadow someone. So I I don't think that the statement is crazy. I think the way Irv delivered it maybe sounded a little slanderous. But I think that it was just smart moves in 98. You know, by 2001, do you think that he would have felt like he would have got overshadowed by those two on the album? 2003,
Exactly.
2005. You know what I'm saying? So, but in '98, when all of them were on the come up, you know what I mean? This was a smart move not to just dilute your shit by dropping the album and potentially getting overshadowed by two of the hottest niggas that's also on your label.
I see what you're saying, Mace.
You know, that's a strong point from Mace. In fact, all three of y'all made some really strong points. We all come in at, it is very slanderous the way Irv framed it, because he just made it. He took a long-winded way of saying that Hov ducked the fade. Like, long story short, that's what he's saying. You know, he didn't want to rap with them because he was afraid that they would do better than him. He's ducking smoke. The only thing I'll push back on with you, Mace, is you say 98, two of the hottest up and coming. I don't think Ja Rule in 98, he was hot, but like hottest in 98? It's a lot. 98 was a pivotal year for rap.
That's a strong year. That's a strong year.
Nori.
Ja had the energy though. That's
Pun.
He had some moments.
Yeah, heavy, big moments.
And I
might have been a jobber in '98, maybe.
I won't say he's a jobber, but when we heard cosplay DMX on "Can I Get a" growling before his verse, we weren't looking at him like Ja Rule's the next guy. You know what I'm saying? It was more about who is this guy? Oh, but this verse is pretty decent though. You know what I mean? Fair is fair. He did get off on the "Can I Get a" verse, but it wasn't was anybody really quoting Ja Rule bars? Let's be honest.
It was the energy.
It was the energy. And the cosplay DMX shit. Because him DMX had a problem because X felt like Ja was biting his style. Right? Yeah. The next thing,
Tupac too.
Shit. That was later on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like that came later.
So when you look at what Irv said, as much as Irv talks about Jay-Z and being there from Reasonable Doubt and all the way on, he championed Ja Rule and DMX in a way that he didn't have to champion Jay-Z. So the connection is completely different. You know what I mean? Those are his two mans. Like basically, boom, X is here, Ja Rule is here. So of course he would say that about Jay-Z in that situation. Because if nothing else, whether we like him or we don't like him, that's a loyal motherfucker right there. He gonna put on for people who are loyal to him. And I feel like that statement comes from a place of loyalty. But if Ja Rule was really like that in 98, for Hov to be afraid that he'll outdo him, Ja Rule doesn't have to take the pop star route by 2000, 2001, 2002. Because his bars would have solidified him in 99 and 2000.
Exactly.
So I can't see that argument. DMX, nigga, we lived it. Maybe it's not you so much. You were a little bit younger. But for the and that's not even trying to be funny. But for the rest of us, in real time, the DMX Hov link-ups were a major. It was like it was like Floyd and Pacquiao fighting in their prime, bro. We wanted to see what them two niggas, considering who passed away, and Nas in 98, getting ready for his double album in 99 situation. 98 was a bit of a gap for Nas. He was still him in his space. I believe there were features in 98, but as far as full timing it in 98, I don't think Nas was doing that. So DMX and Hov had that runway, and niggas was sitting there like, oh shit, what's this? Money Cash Hoes was a big deal, not because it was a single, it was DMX and Jay-Z. And we didn't think about Hov on Money Cash Hoes. I'm sorry. When the DJs do they Jay-Z set and they play Money Cash Hoes, they go to DMX's first.
DMX and my dogs bite.
My nigga.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's hard.
He got Hov on that. And he only needed one verse to do it. You know what I'm saying? But then again, you could flip it and you could say Murdergram. Some people say Hov. Some people say X. I know on YouTube it's funny because there's a lot of people who don't like Jay-Z who are on YouTube. But if you're just being fair rap fans, it's not that clear of a divide on Murdergram. Right. But we're not talking about Ja Rule, okay? You know what I'm saying? But if you look at the Rough Rider situation, they gave Hov a whole song on the Rough Rider album. So the respect factor was there. If you take it a step further to the Rockefeller camp, Hov wasn't afraid to trade bars and beat as long as they were on good terms. Hov and Jay were Hov and Beans were constantly sparring. Jay's not running from DMX or Ja Rule, specifically Ja Rule. So I'm not jacking that. But I do think that if there was a person he wouldn't want to do an album with because maybe the argument gets blurred, it's DMX.
Yeah.
And also because them two niggas, we know the history. There was a competitive level to where I don't even think if they wanted to do the album in good faith, it would have gotten done because of the egos and the competition. And that's why I'll leave that. I don't think Hov ducked the fade, but I just think that he ain't running from job, and I'm not sure X and Hov could have really coexisted.
And then, you know, when you think about, like, they each had their own camps that they were trying to, like, build and get off the ground and make projects with. Like, you know, how was that going to look? How would that have even worked out? You know what I mean? So, again, I just think, you know, the natural progression of things and what each one of them wanted to do, the album just didn't fucking happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's all that was.
And niggas love to pretend Larry Bird was in the 3-point era, right? Like, niggas weren't doing albums together. You know, I know this is not like a new rumor. I get it. The commission, you know what I mean?
Right.
This was supposed to be a thing. There's a lot of things that was supposed to be a thing, but this wasn't the streaming era.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, niggas wasn't just linking up and dropping albums. It was like 8 niggas that had to sign off on both sides for you to even make this happen.
Nothing. The collab album in 2023 is still a novelty. Every time 2 artists say do an album that actually drops, it's like, oh shit, you know what I mean? They the finish line, you know what I mean?
Because we're so scarred from this era, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, waiting for that Kendrick and Cole album for the longest fucking time.
Where the Black Hippie album, man? They on the same label.
Jesus
Christ.
Are they all ducking each other's face? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, listen, the ecstasy must have been glorious. Like, you know what I mean? Shout out to Irv for being a loyal motherfucker.
Yeah.
But if he would have said...
All the ecstasy might have fried him a little bit.
If he would have said he had Nas, X, and Hov said, nah, he not doing it, I might have been more believable of that. But the Ja Rule portion of that story is just like, yeah, all right, bro. Like, he just didn't want to do an album.
and they confirmed it. He said both. He said both. You know what I'm saying? Because even Nori was like, X and Ja Rule? And he said, yeah, both.
They was using Ja Rule for extra vocals at Rockefeller. Remember My Right Shit had Ja saying murder, you know what I mean? He was happy to be there, nigga.
Yeah.
He said Ja Rule was the little brother you had to take out with you, bro.
Rockefeller nigga was talking about that holla shit that he made holla holla. Nigga, I'm sure he got a little check. He got a little check for saying murder, but that's how they were using him. Just come here, John.
Gotti who got the check.
Say murder real quick, right here. This is fire. Oh, you want this verse on this soundtrack? Shit that happened to go crazy? Here you go. You know what I mean? In fact, they positioned Ja like Hov Lil Man's, like he was unveiling Ja.
Yeah.
As a little kid, that's what I thought. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
And that's before right. I think it was Ja Rule. It was just Ja or something like that, right?
Come on. Yeah. It was always Ja Rule for me. I don't know.
Well, wasn't it JAH at one point?
Yeah, it wasn't the Ja Rule we have now. It was some other shit.
Listen, Murder for Life is one of my favorite songs from Ja Rule. Vinny Vinci's fire. You know what I mean? We're not gonna change history. He became an R&B rapper because niggas was not taking him serious as a rapper. We know that. We were all there. We're niggas. Period, bro. Anyway, last but not least on this lunch hour, some random news on the internet. Joe Budden's Pump It Up certified gold 2023. Macito, you know you're the voice of the industry.
Shit me.
How is that song just now getting certified gold? Is this like some random streaming shit that happened? Like, explain this to me.
Listen, man. Shouts to Joey Jump Off, man. Pause. Shouts to Mouse, man. The pod is way more than gold. Way more than multi-platinum these days. So we're not slandering you, Joey. But I'm gonna be honest, bro. This just is, Def Jam's old tricks coming back up to haunt them, bro. Like, Def Jam, listen, I'm gonna give y'all a little challenge. Y'all in the chat, give y'all a little challenge. Every non-multi-platinum artist, so don't search Ludacris, don't search Ja Rule, don't search DMX, don't search the local celebrity rapper, but search like the platinum artist and the gold artist on Def Jam. Notice that their album drops at the end of the fiscal year. Their album gets certified gold at the top of the next fiscal year. And then you never see another certification for 20 fucking years. See how many albums on Def Jam, the label that everybody always said used to buy their own albums, right? I did my own little research. I want y'all to do the research. So go ahead and check that one time. So I'm not surprised. I guess Joey, he wasn't a part of the fiscal year for them niggas. But Def Jam, they got a lot of tricks up to them. You know what I mean? So shouts to Joey. You know what I mean? Just like you say, the digital sales definitely pushed it over. I'm shocked that, it was everyone you guys served if you guys ever watched, you know what I'm saying? So I'm surprised that didn't push it over, but yeah, I mean, shouts to Joey, man. He deserved that.
That you guys served bar is crazy. But talk to me. I'm confused. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm as shocked as everybody else. I don't know, man. Like I'm guessing Joe made the right move. I'm surprised he even lasted this long in the rap game.
Damn.
Considering it's not slander.
Don't do that, Sid.
This is not Joe Budden slander. This is industry slander. Because if you have a song that is and was as big as Pump It Up, and 20 years later is when it goes gold, like I would have called bullshit a long time ago and been like, yo, y'all motherfuckers is wilding right now. Like, I have the biggest song in the fucking country and like no certification to speak of for 20 years. I would have been bounced from the industry and done something else and found a different road, man. So, at the end of the day, shouts for Joe Budden for finding his path and his calling with the podcast. You know what I mean? Like, incredible rapper, but definitely, like, as it turns out, as is evident now, like the music industry was not meant for Joe Budden. God damn.
Talk about it. Deanie.
I don't know how, bro. I heard I seen this shit and I was like, this is low key like the biggest L or like the biggest W like ever. You know what I'm saying? Like if it took a nigga 20 years to go gold, if it was a certain segment of niggas, we'd be cooking them like smoke, oven roasted, cooking them. But with Joe, I don't feel this way. I feel like for Joe, it's a W. You know what I'm saying? The shit was nominated for a Grammy, bro. Like, I really Hov did a remix on it. Like,
right.
Like the shit was inescapable for so long, bro. Like, I'm really shocked. I've dubbed so many cheeks to that record, bro. Like, I'm lost. Like, gold. I thought maybe I was looking at it wrong, and maybe 20 years to go platinum, but 20 years to go gold, dog. Even in the streaming era, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I can't explain it. Was people listening to the song but not buying it like then? But even then, you still would have to stream it now. It's still counting sales. But 20 though, for that kind of record.
Well, I'm a big Joe Budden fan. Let's be clear. You know what I mean? I love me some Joe Budden. And in fact, I'd like Focus more than Pump It Up. Focus was my shit. I felt like he flexed his pocket work ability and his lyrical ability more so on Focus than he did. Pump It Up was a clear radio grab. We knew what it was. We lived that time where rapper A clearly made this song specifically for the radio. You know what I mean?
Like Fire. Remember Fire with Buster?
Right. Obviously, we know what
Fire.
That era, man.
But this makes me wonder if the whole Pump It Up run was strictly a payola game from Def Jam.
Oh, shit.
Because as big as that record was, and it was in fact everywhere, Hov even tried to backdoor pause the remix. Remember, he hopped on a beat, and then I think he was trying to charge, I don't forget the number, but Joe Budden told the story, he was charging an arm and a leg to do the remix, or at least make his verse attached to an official remix, which never happened. But they've been a Def Jam play too. They're both Def Jam artists. We need to get this kid. It's like pro wrestling. We got to get this kid over. He's young, he's green, but he's talented. Let's get him in the ring with Ric Flair. Let Ric Flair bump around for him a little bit and make him look good on TV, right?
Give me that beat, fool.
Right. Ric Flair was trying to do the remix, but it ain't quite work out so much. I think this was a payola game from Def Jam. The record was never truly as big as we thought it was. They paid for them spins because you know what? I'm gonna go back in time. I'm going to my time machine. We back in around 2002 now. I watched a lot of music videos in 2002. I watched a lot of music video countdowns in 2002. I could be wrong, people. Do the Googles, let y'all know. But I don't remember Joe Budden pumping up videos ever touching number one on a Rap City top 10 or a 106 top 10 or a TRL top 10 or whatever the MTV2 rap show at the time was top 10. Because then it's video usually 20 plus years ago, as we're still in 2002. If your song was big on the radio, as big as Pump It Up was, when the visual dropped, that went just as crazy as it did on the radio. It was all part of the rollout. But when Joe Budden album came out, I forget the name of the debut album, it didn't do well.
Self-titled. It was self-titled, yeah.
It didn't do well. He had joints. He had a lot of Joe Budden was a mainstay.
It went gold.
It was in every club too, though.
Gold.
It was, bro.
Club.
Dubbed enough cheeks,
the
bro.
DJs. Pay who you gotta pay.
I don't know, man.
But I'm just
For a
saying,
record
when you
that's
think
crazy.
about how viral before viral it was that Pump It Up
It was
was,
a Just Blaze production.
Damn.
him getting this gold plaque, now we're back in 2023. The entire Pump It Up run during that time was artificially generated. And the fact that it's only gold right now speaks to how artificial it was back then. That's my take.
Absolutely.
And I love Joe Budden.
So we was all living in the Matrix.
I applaud that take.
What is this like? So if you're like an upcoming musician right now, and you hear this and you just got some old OGs next to you, and they're telling you like, yo, this song was everywhere, inescapable. 20 years later, it goes gold. Like what hope is there for you, bro?
I'll tell the young whippersnapper this. Look on the internet right now, young fella. Look at all the nice rappers that you listen to, young fella. And look at who you see when you scroll on the socials. Huh? That's all you see. Because they have decided that this person is who should represent the space. Or, young fella, go to Instagram. Go to Funk Flex's page. This is a young lady with a scar on her lip from the Bronx who can't get a record to stick with all these TikTok jingles she's doing. The industry has chosen her, but none of these songs are sticking. So you want to know how Pump It Up went crazy 20 years ago? They
picked it and never picked another.
Wow.
Joe Budden didn't want to play ball with Hov. If Joe Budden plays ball with Hov, Joe Budden's whole rap life is different. That's the fork in the road of his whole rap life.
Joe Budden didn't play ball with nobody. He dissed the G on it. He dissed Jay.
Self-sabotage. Yeah.
Budden was a kamikaze pilot in 2000, in the 2000s, bro.
Because he believed in the skill set. But the problem was at his time, you had a lot of nice.
He believed in kayfabe.
Can't believe in kayfabe in the rap game.
Man.
Cannot. Because now you have Ski.
Nelly didn't.
Yeah. Nelly got his mans on Vlad TV, got
looking crazy
through the mud, bro.
Saying I wrote the whole joint.
Except for two joints.
You supposed to impress us by writing the Nelly album, gang?
Can I,
God.
Can I keep it 100 though? Can I keep it 100? Who would have in 2000, 2001, 2002? Which one of us wanted to see Ali rap them bars? Nelly made them bullshit bars work because Nelly was a star, bro.
Bro, Ali was definitely the Quentin Miller of the team, bro.
Come on, bro. We wanted to see the nigga City
Nobody
Spud.
wants to see that guy, man.
We wanted to see City Spud rap before we see Ali rap, nigga. Come on.
Murph Dirt.
No disrespect to Ali, but as we the fans, so we lived it. We did not want you in 2000. We don't want the interview now, bro. Nelly's still clapping Ashanti cheeks either way. Ain't shit about the change.
Off them ghost bars, nigga. Like, what you got to show for it, nigga?
And then you signed them back.
Don't write me some bars, motherfucker. What the hell?
Come on, bro. And the contract bad, the payments bad. Then you should have secured your bag, writer. You know what I mean?
Imagine doing a 2-hour interview about a nigga robbing you for 20 years. Like, I don't know.
And then you're not even gipping it up, but you leaning into the slander. You still half stepping on the slander. Go in,
right?
You're already there, bro.
Go Walker, man. Go Walker.
Yeah, half stepping the slander.
Man. Listen, as Boosie said, man, you should have left that nigga playing spades with Tupac, bro.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I'm going to get these hats real quick, but they running away from me. You know what I'm saying? Roundtablemerch.com.
Yeah.
Get your hats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get your hats. We appreciate
Fuck with
everyone
it.
who's already copped. We appreciate the love. We appreciate the support. We're the symbol of hip hop for the next 50 years. The Rap Roundtable, where all the conversations happen, even the uncomfortable ones. You know what I'm saying? Get your merch at roundtablemerch.com.
Sure.
Get that.
It's fatigue season in New York City, so you might need this. Get your merch.
To that green.
You get the little, you know what I mean, little
Camo
burgundy.
green.
Come on now. Get your flight jacket to match, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
With your butters or your black Tims, you go to all black with the burgundy jacket and the burgundy hat with the black constructs. But don't choke them. If you choke your Tims, we know you're not from the towns, nigga. You know what I mean?
Don't tie him.
And please don't match them with no South Pole sweat nothings.
Come on, bro.
Right, bro.
Come on, bro. And if you wear them,
That's all we ask. No South Pole sweat.
No calf hugging sweats.
and listen, and no single soul Tims either. Always the double soul.
Double souls,
single
man.
Soul Tims, bro, you disqualified from this conversation. Anyways, Dini the Balance. Take
Facts.
Yo, you already know what this is, man. We formed together to bring you that work. Salute to Sincere, the rap snobs. Salute to Jav, the point guard. Salute to Macito, the voice of the industry, man. Rap Roundtable, man. Roundtablemerch.com. Get your hats. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. Share it with someone who loves hip hop. Share it with your moms, man. Show some love. We the Rap Roundtable, man. We fucking out of here. You dig?
Know what it is.
It's the lunch
Sharon,
hour.
what's good, Sharon?
We
Big
gonna
shout
pull
out.
up.
Know what it is.